two parts. The upper part we need to supply the AC voltage. For the lower one we need to supply DC voltage. So we will start from the upper one, AC supply. We can see there are three lines because this three-phase supply. Line 1 connected with I1, line 3 connected with I2, and it back to the synchronous motor, and line 2 it's connected with the common of voltmeter E1 and E2 and back to synchronous motor. Okay, so let's see the supply one. So line 1, so we connect from here, line 1. Okay, line 1 it will connect positive of I1. Okay, this is positive of I1. The negative of ion it will connect the synchronous motor, port 1. So negative. Now it will connect with synchronous motor. Synchronous motor. This is port 1. And you can say this is 1.
Yep.
Then we will connect line 3. So this is 3. 3 means here 6. It will connect I2 positive. This is I2 positive. Sorry. Then I2 negative will connect number 3 of a synchronous motor, port number 3. This is I2 negative, it will connect number 3 synchronous motor. Now you can see that I1 positive and E1 positive the same point, so we need to connect the voltmeter. So I1 positive and E1 positive. Similarly, we can see that I2 positive and E2 positive, same point. So I2 positive and E2 positive. Now we can see this is the common of E1 and E2 connect with the line 2. So we will make it common here, E1 and E2 common. Now the line 2 it will connect with common point of E1 and E2. So I2 the line 2 connect with common point E1 and E2. Then it will go
to
synchronous motor terminal 2. So from here it will go to terminal 2. Okay. Now the other side we need to make it short circuit delta, star. So you can connect this one. This is star. Now we need to connect the DC supply. You can see the DC supply. This is DC supply 7. Then it will connect with positive I3.
Right.
Yep. It will connect with positive I3. So this is I3 positive. Then I3 negative will connect with resistive load on side of the resistive load. So I3 negative, I just connected on side of the resistive load. Then other side will go to the number 7.
NSI.
Oh, sorry. This here it will go to the DC. For the DC supply, this is number 7. From resistive load to 7 here. From resistive the resistive load to 7. Then other side is number 8. 8 will back to neutral, like negative. So it will back to negative. This is all about the connection. Okay. So now if you see the step 4, we need to open the meter, the setup AC motor on. I already opened this one. This is metering option. Then we need to in step 7 The prime mover, it should operate as a brake. So I set up that 2 coordinate constant torque brake. And the brake torque control to maximum. So maximum is 3. So I put here 3. Now it's 3 maximum because it said that the torque control to maximum. So its maximum is 3. We also need to, in step 7, we will make sure the torque correction function. So here, from here, now it's this torque correction function. Before that is a non-corrected torque. Now it is torque correction function. Now it's torque correction function. From the exciter part, this should be closed. No, this is open. This is closed. Also, the exciter should be maximum. Now, if you see the indicator is now maximum.
Yeah.
The nominal voltage is here 450, 415. So now we'll turn on the power and see the starting torque. All the connection is okay. Okay, now we'll give the power. Need to open, just it's better to connect this side. It's easy to control. Now we need to turn on the dynamometer. Now it's started. We need to give the power. Make it 0. It's on maximum. It's 0. This is also started. Maximum. What's the problem? Torque is there. It's starting. I connected everything. I3, I2. Let's connect maximum. It's connecting. Okay. Now we need to increase the voltage. We need to measure the torque, starting torque. So now we need to increase the voltage. You can see the torque from here. started to run the synchronous motor. This time the exciter is on the close position and the maximum. For this one, so it's around this one around 1.83 the starting torque. Now we'll turn off. We need to turn on. For this one, we can see the rotary electromagnet will be turned off. So we will turn off this one. Then we will start again. So the starting torque. Now we increase the voltage. See this? Now it's starting. So when electromagnet is turned off, the starting torque almost 3. So we put 3 here. And for the comparing, and you have to compare these two results. You have to give the answer of this question. Then for step 9, we need to slowly decrease for step 3, we can see that we need to slowly reduce the torque. Okay, so the minimum on, so now it's maximum on, torque is now maximum. We'll slowly decrease this torque for step 9. Okay, so we are decreasing from here. You can see it's decreasing. You can see decreasing here. Also you can see the speed is increasing. We need to slowly decrease to minimum. You can see speed is increasing here. Slowly decreasing. You can see it decreasing. Now it's minimum 0. So speed is around 1460, 70, something like this, 70, 75. So we put that when the torque is 0, the speed is 1475. You need to give the answer of this question. Now for this second one, the exciter, now we need to turn off. Synchronous mode to set the exciter knob to mid position, and the switch is closed. So we make it is closed, the switch closed, and exciter is middle position. That time we need to measure the speed. The exciter knob is mid position and the exciter is closed, like 0 position. Now we need to measure the speed. So if we turn on, we can see the speed is almost 1500. So we put here, in this case the speed is 1500. Okay, now we'll back to step 10. Step 10 is that slowly vary the exciter knob from minimum to maximum. So we put it minimum. You can see exciter is the minimum position. Now we need to make maximum. So what we have to do, when we vary the field current, we need to see the line current. So this is line current. Okay, so I'm just increasing from minimum to maximum on. We can see the line current is decreasing. See, you can see line current is decreasing, still decreasing. decreasing. You can see that it's decreasing. Now, if you see the exciter almost 70%, then the line current is started to increase. Okay, so I'm increasing now. So after almost 70%, the line current is now started to increasing again. And now this maximum now 1 on 10. Okay, so the exciter norm is in maximum position. Okay, well now we'll back go to step 11. This is the characteristics of three-phase synchronous motor. For this one, if we use 240, the field current should be 100 to 500. So this is similar to the left 3. We need to vary the resistive load. This is the resistive load. This is the exciter. So varying the resistive load and exciter, we need to vary the field current, and field current should be 100 to 500. That means difference is 400. So we have to use 10 steps. So every step it should be 40. That means 100, 140, 180, 220, something like this. Okay, so we'll see this one. Okay, for this one we need to open the data. You can see we need to measure for here. We need to measure the line voltage, line current, field current, active and reactive power. Okay, so this is line voltage, line current, active power, reactive power, and field current. Okay, so for this one at the beginning we need 100 the field current. We'll make it 100. Now the field current is 100, so we can record this value. Okay, now so 10 step, that means it will be 140 now. So we'll make it 140. Now it's 140. We have to record this data. Okay, this way you have to increase up to 500. Here 100 to 500. So you have to increase by 40 milliampere and need to reach to 500 milliampere. So I did this one. You can see the results. Left 4. Now this is the result. I increase not 500, it is 480, almost 500. So every time for every cases we can see the line voltage, line current, active power, reactive power. Okay, so this is about step 11 and 12, the data. For step 13, 14, 15, okay, all these things you have to answer from the graph. Okay, so the data is there, so I think you need to plot some graphs. Okay, you need to find some value from the graph. So all about, you can find everything from the graph. So this is all about the left 4. Okay,
And he will send you the graph.
I will send all the graph and also the Excel file, so you can easily plot the graph, everything. Thank you, Azad, for helping me to record this video.